Hi, my name's John Sherwood, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the goals and aims of this book. Before I do that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my own personal journey with Jesus and the scriptures and the Christian faith. I grew up in America, in the South, in what I would call a pretty traditional, culturally Christian experience, going to church, but never really reading the Bible that much and never really seeking God. But I knew the stories of Jesus. I knew the basic Christian narrative that Jesus died for my sins. Later, however, in my life, in my early 20s, my second time around in college, I was at a place in my life where I was really seeking spiritual answers to some of the big questions of life. And I was afforded the opportunity to really open up the Bible, to read it for myself, and to have some others to really instruct me and teach me the scriptures and what Jesus said it meant to really follow him. And man, did it rock my world. It was so different than what I had thought and what I had been told. But through this process of really examining the Bible and examining my own faith and what I thought, I came to conviction and faith that I wanted to make Jesus my Lord. And for the last couple of decades, all throughout the country and even some internationally, I've been on the mission with Jesus to go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them and teaching them to obey everything, as he says in Matthew 28. This book really has two goals and two aims. And it's meant to be a guide, a resource, not the end all be all, not the final say, but just a tool to be able to equip you to, one, make disciples, and two, to be able to partner with other Christians in the practical ministry of making disciples. What things do we need to be unified on? What do we need to share together in order to practice disciple making in a context, in a ministry, in a community? The book is framed around the 7 ones of Ephesians 4 through 6. These 7 ones, while not exhaustive, rather representative, I believe serve and provide a framework for us to know how are we to be unified and what do we need to be in agreement on in order to practically go out and make disciples and teach the gospel together with others. This framework also serves as the basis for the Christian faith for those considering and contemplating and seeking becoming disciples of Jesus for themselves. My hope in this book would be that Jesus can be lifted up, that God can be glorified, and that more disciples can be made and God's kingdom can expand in us and through us.